Hello everyone, in this video we are going to create our router that will allow us to match incoming requests to the appropriate controller and action. In this video we will be taking a closer look at routing in PHP and especially in MVC and how it works. So let's start by finishing the htaccess file. In the public we have set the htaccess. We said that the htaccess file is used to enable friendly URL in our MVC application. By default, Apache server does not exist support friendly URL, and to enable them, we add necessary directive to the htaccess file so that incoming URLs can be handled by our PHP code, improving the user experience. So, for example, you may wondering why we need routes in the first place. In an MVC architecture, we can't access a file directly by its name. Instead, we need to use links that are handled by the MVC framework, which use models, views, and controllers to process the request and generate the appropriate output. Let's test our application-friendly URL by accessing the home path directly in the web browser. Such as, what about if you go to public and write some link randomly here. Of course you will find not found, and this error is not generated from our application. It is generated by our browser that says it is not page is not found. So to handle all errors and or not found pages and to see to users our custom 404 not found page, we need to edit in the htaccess and redirect all the requests to the index.php file. So if you want to turn the URL rewriting feature of Apache and if you want to work on this and make our application friendly URL, to do this we will add the line, we will go to our code and we will add the line rewrite condition. No, in first we will write engine on. This is the code that we need to turn on the URL rewriting feature of Apache. Now we can let me say, now we want to make sure that we only rewrite URLs that don't correspond to actual files or directory on the server. So for example, if we have a CSS folder or a style CSS folder, and inside the CSS folder we have a file like a style.css. So when acting or coding our application, we will need to open this file. So we need to disable the htaccess if we have already this file, like for example, if we go to our browser and we do css/style.css, we need to go and open our CSS file, not redirect in the index. So to do that, we will start by htaccess and we will set a condition, rewrite condition, and we like that, and request file name, request file name is difference of f and d. So this line use the rewrite condition directive to set up conditions. The request file name variable refers to the request file or directory, and the difference of f and d flags checks if exists a file or a directory respectively. Next, we need to specify what to do with the URL that don't correspond to the actual file or directory. So if he don't find a file like we say a style.css or anything a folder, so we need to redirect all of them to our index.php. So we will do a rewrite rule, this symbol that means else, we will make her points all and redirect to index.php, and the URL will be our condition. So URL $1 internal server error. I did miss some arguments such as I will add here. The first thing is that must be a URL, and here it must be a LQ this A like that, and well, this line uses the rewrite rule directive to specify a regular expression to match the requested URL and a replacement pattern that sends the URL as a parameter called URL to the index.php file. The L and QSA flags specify how Apache should handle this request. So let's test now if it works properly. Oh, it's still an internal server. Let's check what we did. Okay, let's make this O capital. This mustn't be like that, but it must be like that. Like that we specify that it should be different than a folder, or okay, it's still there's something not good. Still something not good. Okay, I think I should remove this space and it will work. Fine, you see, everything is redirected to the index.php. To be sure of that, if we, for example, echo hello world from index.php, you see it's shown. Okay, and now that we have everything and every line redirect to our index.php, we should be sure how to know where to go, what's the link we are in, and how to handle it. So for that, you can, for example, echo the get response, or we will print, because it is an array, print or get, and you will see that this URL is based on arguments. So everything after the link, it will pass with arguments. So let's go back, and the URL here is, you see, if I write everything here, it will pass in the URL.